I get it. It does help. But what I'm going to say, and I think it's better, marijuana is way better than any of those prescription pills they give. Oxycontin, codeine, morphine. Those are all 100% chemically made. So it is better than that stuff. So the NFL and all this stuff, people smoking weed, I would say I'd rather have my son or my family members, anybody that I care about, I'd rather have them smoke weed and be addicted to marijuana than be addicted to Xanax or pain pills who constantly do that stuff. So I just feel that it is addictive. Don't fool yourself and say you're not addicted to marijuana, because you are addicted to marijuana. If you need it, if you tell yourself you need it, you're addicted. I go to Vegas a lot, or I used to. I used to go gambling a lot. I still gamble a lot. Not bet on games or anything, but I'm talking about going to the casinos here locally and stuff like that. River Rock and Grayton. I like gambling. I can sit in a slot machine, having a drink, and just having a good time. The number one thing they put around all these casinos, Las Vegas and Reno, they put these things that say, if you're addicted, blah, 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 and they'll say tips to help you find out if you are addictive. And one of the first one, I believe it is the first one, and maybe the second one, that says, if you tell yourself you need to win, call this number. And I've been in that situation, man. I've been down and out on my luck and be like, hey, I better hit this jackpot. I need to win. So if you're telling yourself, I need to smoke, you're addicted. That's all there is to it. And like I said, it's not the actual addiction of the marijuana that you need. You have the addictive personality. Like I said, I quit smoking for a long time, but I found myself addicted to the coffee. I needed coffee. Hey, I need coffee. So it's not for me, it's not the, how do I say it? It's not the nicotine that makes me want to buy packs of cigarettes and cigarettes. It's a personality in me. I have an addictive personality. That's what I need. If I want to stop smoking, if I want to quit coffee, I need to find a way to break that addictiveness that I have. If you think about it, everyone's addicted to something out there that they feel they need every day. Some people are addicted to love, and they cannot be alone. My biggest fear in life is I'm going to die an old man alone. I've seen it happen before, and I don't want it to happen to me, and I'm afraid of it. And I am a hopeless romantic. I'm going through I'm going through a pretty, it's not messy, there's not money involved, a house involved, kids involved, but I'm going through a divorce. And it's hard. Every divorce is hard. But I'm old enough to know now that I don't need someone in my life. I don't need to have a girlfriend right now. I don't need to go on dates to make my life feel complete. But that's because my addictive personality that I have is consumed with something else, which is cigarettes. I still smoke. I'm planning on quitting. Family and friends, I am going to start quitting. I got October, November, and December. I'm going to see how long I can possibly go. It's not easy. Quit smoking is not easy. Well, it's not quit smoking. Like I said, for me, it's addictive personality. I'll probably be addicted to something else. I'm not a drug person. And here's something I can say very proudly. I'll look right at the camera, look you dead in the eye, people. I've never done a drug in my life. Never dropped a pill, or popped the pill, as they say. Never hit a sheet of acid. I never did a line of coke. I never smoked a chewy. Marijuana, I get it. It's a drug, but it's really not a drug. Whatever the case may be. Alcohol considered a drug, I guess, too. But I never did anything. Never hit acid. Never popped a pill. Never, the E. I never did coke. Never smoked crack. Never did any of those things. And I'm proud of myself for doing that. And I understand that 99% of this people I know here in this country, in this world, have experimented. And that's human nature, and it's okay. But that's not me. I never did. I could proudly say I never did. And the reason why, I'll give you a reason why, because I seen what it do to people. At a very young age, a very, very young age, I started selling drugs. And I saw people, they would come to me. Here I am, I'm not going to say my age, but let's say between the age of 10 and 18. Let's just say that. I see these grown men coming to this child for this product, this little white ball, this little rock-looking thing. They would come to me, and when they first started coming to me, they were in suits, they were in cars, they looked good, they had a job, I got to go to work, I just want to get high, when I get off work, blah, blah, blah. Not even 2 weeks later, don't have a job. Hey, Brian, do you want to use my car? I'll give you my car. I saw them deteriorate. I saw their lives crumble for the addiction to this stuff. So I told myself at a very young age, nope, not me. Because I was all about my paper back then. I gotta stack my bread. And I know if I start doing it, I'm gonna, start doing that too. Yeah, well, I have some of my teeth. I lost a tooth over here a while ago. I lost some. It's an old filling crown or what is it, fake tooth, and it happened to fall out. It was weird. I was eating I was eating a soft sandwich, and then I heard a crunch. I was like, I don't remember putting anything in my sandwich, and my tooth broke. But I have most of my teeth, 99%. But I never did drugs, and I'm proud to say I never did, mainly because of where I grew up. I was all about getting money, helping my mother. I know that's a lame excuse, but you ever hear that song by KRS-One, Love's Gonna Get You? Listen to it. One of the best songs ever written, most meaningful songs of all time. And that's what I did. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. Instead of just eating top ramen, I'm going to buy my mom some steak here. I'm going to buy the rice and the chicken so she can make some chicken adobo. I'm going to buy the masa and the pork so she can make the tamales. So that's, I know it's cliche and everyone else says that. I only did it because I need the money. Well, it is what it is. So, like I was saying, let's transition to. I'm gonna talk about relationships right now. What I'm going through and what I feel about relationships. I'm gonna talk about the double standards between men and women. Why is it okay for one sex and not okay for the next sex? And then I'm gonna talk about the conservatives and these people that they just protest everything, and they do it in such a wrong way, I feel. But like I said, I'm going through this divorce, right? I was married for almost 10 years to the same woman. I got to get this covered up. You see that tattoo right there? Tatiana. I got this tattoo when we're probably only married about 2-3 years. People say, oh, that's not good. It's a jinx. It's bad luck. I didn't believe it. Hey, I was madly in love with my wife. I still love her, but now I got to come to a point where I got to get this covered up. But let me tell you this. I don't know if I'm going to do it, when I'm going to do it. I don't even know if I am going to do it. Let me just say this. This is why. Because of the fact that if I start at my age, I don't, if I start dating someone and they don't want to date me because of something that I put on my arm 8 years ago and it was a serious relationship, it was marriage and all that, then you know what? I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with the drama. If they don't want to marry me or date me because of this, I get it. But let me say this. If it starts getting serious, we start dating for a while, and maybe there's another marriage in hand, which I don't think will ever happen for me again. But if there's moving together and it's a serious relationship, yeah, for the respect of my new girl and all that stuff, I would. I'll get it covered up. I'm thinking about getting it covered up anyway. Kind of like tattoos. But let me just say this about relationships. People had this person ask me, goes, what's the secret to marriage? I was like, why are you asking the wrong person? Because I'm going through my second divorce. That's right. 2 divorces I'm going. This will be my second one. And what happened, Brian? What happened in your marriage? I'm going to be 100% honest, like I always am. I have a bit of a temper, but there was never no violence. I wasn't abusive at all. I didn't call her name. I mean, of course I called her names, but it wasn't like, you stupid bitch, you're going to be a loser for the rest of your life. No, it wasn't like that. It was an anger name, like, you're so stupid, why do you say this dumb shit? Or I even called her the B word, which is 100% wrong. I would never do that again or try my best. She says because of my anger. Okay, I can live with that. But I feel this is what my opinion on this is, after so many years, after 10 years of marriage, and just to cut it off the way she did, it seems to me that this person is a quitter. And I haven't heard from her in about a month. She totally ghosted me and cut me off. So I know she's going to get a whiff of the show, and she said, don't talk about me on your show. And I said, you know what? It's my show. I'll talk about what I want to talk about. I'll talk about who I want to talk about when I want to talk about it. And that's what I'm doing. I think I said her name once, and I'm not going to say it again. But I just feel if you're in a relationship for such a long time, you're already at that point that you already know you need to love. I'm getting ahead of myself. If you love someone and you want to be with that person for the rest of your life, you have to take the bad with the good. You have to. You can't have everything good all the time. There's no way. It's not going to work. That's where you become a selfish person. You become compromised. Exactly. That's a perfect word for what I'm trying to say here. You have to, and I don't know why I'm giving this. I guess I'm the wrong person to be giving advice, but I'm going to say it anyway. You have to give the take. You have to love them for who they are. They're good, they're bad. You have to accept their flaws. And I feel I did that on my part. I feel for 10 years, she was a high maintenance woman because she's a gorgeous woman. High maintenance. She was all about her Coach bags and her high heels and getting hair and nails did and all that stuff. And, one of our first dates, I took her to Great America. I got these tickets from a radio station, and it was gay day at Great America. So it was gay day. I mean, they shut down the park, and all these drag shows and gay people were there. Great time. I go to pick her up. You know what she's wearing? 5-inch heel boots. The boots that go all the way up to her knees and with the 5-inch heel. I said, you're going to change, right? Because we're going to be walking for like 5 hours. No, but I got used to that. I accepted her things that I didn't agree with. She had a bit of a selfish side to her. I think everybody does. She had a little bit of selfish side to her. And I accepted that. People that met my wife and now that we're not together are saying, how did you do it for so long? But that's just me. I could work with someone, I could live with someone, I could hang out with someone for even they have flaws that I do not agree with. And if I love them, I care about them, I'm going to continue to do that. And you're right, Ken, you need to talk. I think communication is, in all aspects of life, relationship, work, friendship, everything, you need to communicate, you need to talk. And that's what I think our marriage didn't fail at, was our lack of communication. She says it was because of my anger. I think she's just using it as an excuse and trying to point the finger. Fine, I'm not mad at her, but I'm just saying, talking is one of our hardest things that we had one of the biggest obstacles in our relationship. Here's how it was on a daily routine. I'd come home from work, I'd cook dinner because I got home before her, and I did 99% of the cooking. I'd cook, I would eat, I'd sit on the couch. She'd come home about an hour, hour and a half later.